Hey YouTube, this is Chris from Weekly How and welcome to our very first video here in our YouTube channel, Weekly How. In this video, we're gonna be teaching you how to create a Shopify app from scratch using programming language PHP. Now, before we can start developing Shopify applications, let's understand first what we need to create a Shopify app. So number one of the most important things you need to successfully create a Shopify app is a web host or a host. It doesn't really matter if it's a local host or a website, as long as it's a web host where you can upload all of your files, then that's good. Although there's a lot of differences between developing locally and not locally, I would say, or let's just say web host. For example, if you develop a Shopify app locally, then you'll most likely encounter an error with security or HTTPS since localhost doesn't have certificates in the first place. However, if you develop a Shopify app through your web host with HTTPS installed, then you won't have much problem at all. So that's the number one thing you need to consider. Number two, the second thing you need is a Shopify partner account, obviously. This is where all of your applications will be created, and this is also where you can get the API keys and the secret keys for your applications. Next, the third thing you need is FTP or File Transfer Protocol, whatever. I highly recommend using FileZilla because it's more fast and reliable. Just download it, Google it, and you will be fine. And the next thing is a repository for generating access token, which we'll get in a second. But what I mean by this is to download a pre-developed script by our friends or slash developers from GitHub. Now, if you think you already have all the things you need, then you can start developing a Shopify app. So to start, let's open our Google Chrome. So as you can see here, I have opened my weeklyhow.com slash, it's the article for developing Shopify apps using PHP. So if you're interested in reading the article, I highly recommend you to look at it. So yeah, I have also downloaded the Shopify generating, but I believe I already deleted it. So let's download it again. So here in the section, is it hard to develop a Shopify app? Blah 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 blah. So we personally use Shopify app client made by Alex. So you can right click on it, which is already here, and then you can either clone or download. So I prefer to download it as a zip file because it's taking much time to clone it using command prompt and git command. So let's download it as a zip file, and let's open this, the folder, so you can see over here. So let's create a new folder here in a download folder, whatever. And let's call this Shopify projects because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be another folder inside. So let's drag the file over here. Let's open that, right click, 7-zip, and extract here. As you can see, it created another folder. So let's delete this one. And then let's rename this Shopify app. So let's open that. As you can see here, we have 3 files, 3 PHP scripts, and 1 folder. So we're pretty much not going to touch this file, but instead we're going to be focusing more on install.php and generate token.php. But before we can open these files, obviously we need to create an account. First, developer Shopify. Let's search that. And let's open this website. And we're going to be signing up from scratch, okay? However, if you already have a developer's account or a partner account, you can skip this. Okay, so we're now here in our dashboard. Now to start creating Shopify apps, let's click Apps, which is located over here in the left panel. And let's click Create App. And as you can see, it pops a model or a window for creating an application. So over here we have application name. So you can call this whatever you want. So for example, let's call this example app. And here in the app URL, which is the most important part, if you're gonna be creating a Shopify app locally, obviously you're gonna be putting here http/localhost, something like that, or localhost, or 127.0.0.1. That's how you're gonna do it. However, if you have a web host like us, then we're gonna be putting it as https://weeklyhow.com slash apps slash the application name, the name of the application. For example, let's call this example underscore app. So that's how we're gonna be doing it. So over here, let's copy this, and here in our whitelisted redirection URL, let's paste it over here and put a slash, and let's look to our folder, which is located over here. As you can see here, we have 3 files, right? The install, generate token.php, and API call write products.php. So here, we're going to be adding install.php and generate token.php. So let's copy this file, the file name, of course, and let's put it over here. So as you can see, it is now whitelisted. And the next thing is the install.php. We have actually experimented this. If you actually get rid of this in a whitelisted, it doesn't do really much. But to me, it's much better to put both files in whitelisted just for security, or just for being sure that everything's gonna work. So let's put everything like that. Like I said, you need a web host with HTTPS. That is really important. If you skip this step, you'll encounter an error. Now, if everything is okay now, the app name, the app URL, and then a whitelisted redirection URLs, then that's the time you can click Create App. So let's click that, and let's wait. Okay, now we have our example application over here, which is currently unpublished, but it doesn't really matter. Let's focus on our app credentials. So over here, here's everything you need to start building example app, which is the app credentials. We have the API key and the API secret key. Now let's go back to our files. As you can see right here, we have install.php, generate token.php, and API call write products.php. Now, we have a folder over here in inc, and we have functions.php. We're pretty much not going to edit this file, but instead let's open install.php and generate token.php. So let's open those two. Another one, generate token. So we have install.php and generate token.php. Now, we need to change the API key and the shared secret variable. Over here as well, we have API key and scopes, redirect URI, install URL. So let's focus here in install.php first. Now, we have API key. Now, let's change this value from the actual API key that we have from our applications. Let's go our Chrome. So over here, I'm actually in the app setup. So if you don't know where it is, it's in the app setup over here. But before that, let's copy here the API key, and let's go back to our script, and let's paste it over here. Now, this is our API key. Make sure your API key is the same in the API key. I don't know if that makes sense, but please bear with me. Copy your API key and paste it over here. Double check. It's really important. Next, we have the scopes variable. We're not going to change this. This is okay. We can read orders. We can write products. This is pretty okay. Now, we have redirect URI. We have HTTP localhost, which is not secured at all. So let's add S over here. And then instead of localhost, let's type weeklyhow.com/apps/example_app. So that is actually our generate token.php URI from our app setup, which is located in the whitelisted redirect URLs over here. Now let's go back to our script. Now everything is set up now here in our redirect URI. We have weeklyhow.com/apps, example app, and generate token.php. Now let's save this. We don't have to replace this because it's already set up. Let's go to our generate token.php. Over here we have the required ones include functions.php, which is actually the file over here. So if you open this, this is actually just a function Shopify call. So we don't have to actually modify this, it's already set up. And okay, so going back to generate token.php, let's replace the value of API key in shared secret. Let's go to our development Shopify app. I'm sorry. And then let's go over here and let's copy the API key again, once again, and let's paste it over here. And for shared secret as well, let's copy it. And then let's go back to our script and then let's paste it over here. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit too fast, but all I'm saying is copy this data, the key and the secret keys, and then paste it, replace the value of API key variable and the shared secret variable. Now next we have the params get variable, HMAC, get HMAC. This is more from Shopify stores, and then it's more like getting all the data from Shopify store and then confirming if it's actually a legit Shopify store. And then if it's real, then we're gonna be getting the access token from their store, and then we're going to decode it from JSON script and then get the access token and then echo the access token. So it's not actually recommended to echo access token. So let's comment this out. So however, you can actually echo this if you're still in development. But if you're publishing this app, it's not recommended to publish as well the access token, because access token is more like a password for each Shopify store. Now let's save this. And now I think everything is okay now. We have our install.php set up. We also have generate token PHP set up. Now let's open this file as well. Now you can actually change this as well, but we're not gonna be doing that here. Okay, so we're gonna be replacing this in the next video, but for now let's focus more on installing the application in the store, in an example store. Now everything is set up. Let's publish this, let's upload this to our website. So as you can see, I have implemented it as weeklyhow.com/apps/example_app, which is not currently available. So we're gonna be creating this in our host. As you can see over here, it's not establishing, it's more like from the database. So let's try to browse our weeklyhow page over here, and then I'm gonna be creating the actual folder over here, and I'm going to upload it. So bear with me for a second, okay? So I'm going to open FileZilla. Okay, so I'm now here in FileZilla, and I have actually created the folder apps and that example_app folder. So this is where actually we're going to upload all of our files, which is over here. We're just gonna drag it over here, and after that, after uploading all the files, we're going to open that in Google Chrome, and then we're just gonna browse it and see what's gonna happen. So let's drag this over here. And now as you can see right here, it's already now uploaded. Now let's open our Google Chrome and see if it actually works. So we're now here in our Google Chrome again, and then we have open weeklyhow.com/apps/example_app. I'm not sure if you can actually do this as well, but try it in your browser. So we're here in weeklyhow.com/apps/example_app. So we have install.php over here. Let's open that. As you can see right here, it can be reached, and we have redirected from weeklyhow to myshopify.com/admin auth, and we have here all the API keys and then the scope and the redirect URI, which is from weeklyhow.com. So it's actually working. The reason why it's not working over here in our browser, it's because there's no subdomain for our myshopify.com. So that means there's no store. The script doesn't know which store should we install the app. So let's go to our script and see how it works. So we have here the redirect URI, right? So this is the generate token.php. Over here we also have install URL. So over here we have shop variable, and the value of this shop is the get shop. Now how can we do this? How can we get the shop variable or the shop value? To do that, Let's open our browser once again. Let's browse weeklyhow.com/apps slash example app slash install.php and then question mark and then variable shop, which is from get shop. So to do that, copy this and then make sure there's like question mark and then paste the shop and then equal sign. I'm sorry. Shop and then equal sign. No, I'm sorry again. Shop equal sign and then the URL of your Shopify store, but without HTTPS or HTTP. Just the plain your store dot myshopify.com. Or let's go back to our script because I think there is a myshopify.com over here. So we don't actually need to put myshopify.com. So let's just do it like your store, your actual subdomain. So instead of your store, let's try weeklyhow because I believe we have a test store, weeklyhow, myshopify.com. So let's, before we do that, let's open our My Shopify. So weeklyhow that shopify.com. Let's open that. Yeah, I believe we need a password for this. So let's open admin instead. Now we're logging into our Shopify store. And there you go. And now we're here in our weeklyhow Shopify store. So going back here to our URL and let's browse the actual script. Let's open that. And there you go. Now example app isn't listed on a Shopify store, but we can actually install this. So as you can see right here, you are about to install example app. So let's try to install this. So as you can see right here, before we go deep to that, let's open the details here. What's going on over here? So we have example app will be able to access the data as your Shopify account, email address, phone numbers, and location, which is by default. And then we also have here the manage products and view orders. This is actually the scopes here in our script, which is the read orders and write products. So we have view orders, which is the read orders, and we also have manage products, which is the write products. So that's the scope. If you want to add more scopes, then you can do that as well, and it will be featured over here. So that's how actually it works. Now, let's install the unlisted app. Let's try that, shall we? I'm expecting there's gonna be an error. Oh, no, there's no error. Now, this is our access token. As you can see right here, it echoed out, right? So here in our script, generate token, we have echo access token, and this is the token. So let's copy this token and then open a notepad and let's just paste it over here. This is really important. The token is like the password of your store, so you need this. Now, since we already have our token, let's go to our store and open apps. And let's see the apps. And as you can see right here, we have the example app. So this is the application that we have created over here. And let's open that. Now, the problem with this application is we don't have the actual index.php. As you can see right here, we have the index of apps, example app, and then here are the files. We have the API call, write products.php, we have generate token.php, we have install.php. This is our index for the meantime. Now, let's go back over here. Let's confirm if we actually installed it in a store. So let's go back here in apps. As you can see right here, we have the app and then example app. And over here in the tab, we have installed and we have one install. And this is the weeklyhow. So let's open the example. Let's open that. And let's see which store actually installed our app. So over here, we have on October 3, 2019, we have weeklyhow. And there you have it. Now we have successfully created a Shopify store from scratch just using PHP. Now, in the next video, we're going to be creating the actual index.php, let's just say for displaying products, for displaying orders, or for displaying the name of the products that we have. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something from this video. This is actually our very first video here in our channel. So I really apologize if I can't actually explain properly what's going on. I'm trying my best to explain it properly. But if I haven't, if I missed something, please let us know in the comments below and we'll improve our videos. And yes, if you're interested, be sure to subscribe. We're gonna be making a lot of videos related to Shopify app development and more. Maybe WordPress, maybe HTML, Bootstrap, and more. So subscribe to our channel, Weekly How. Don't forget to hit the like button and hit the notification bell button. We're gonna be creating more stuff here in our channel, and we're really excited for that. So yes, again, thank you so much everyone for watching this video. This is Chris from Weekly How, and I will see you again in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.